So this looks like a definite failed trade, save for the fact that it has not closed below the kitchen as yet. It is almost about to close. The 1 o'clock candle is about to close. It's going to close below the VWAP, I think. But save for this being a good retracement, there is nothing else pointing towards a uptrend. So um, I'm waiting for my stop to get taken out. I'm very tempted to take a market order and close my trade right now. But you see, this is like an almost a 50% retracement, and a breakout about 284 can take it all the way to 17400, which is my target of sorts. So not closing this trade, I'm not panicking and closing this trade, I'm just holding it. If my stop gets taken, okay, if my stop gets taken out and price moves below the cloud, I will go short again, somewhere below this level. So 17,120 again is probably where I will short. If not, if I get stopped out, it does not go down, or it remains like maybe at 17,150 or 17,135 and starts moving up, and then I will go long only above this height of 286. But in all probability or likelihood, it seems like my stop is going to get triggered. Um, it's fine. I mean, it's I'm losing, I'm not losing. I've been having a lot of them, but I think I'll have to live with it. I was just looking at Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty hasn't closed below the VWAP, right? It's still above, and this retracement is also good over here. So just purely on that factor, I am hopeful of a long trade continuing. Nice long trade should be setting up over here. Bank Nifty 38% retracement, target comes at around 38,600, 630. So that's the hope. But, I'm not sure. I'm not really confident on what's going to happen. A bit nervous. So I'm just waiting now. Yeah, it's a bit below the agency. Very unlikely that, at least on the 5-minute candle, that or uptrend is going to sustain from there. I think this is finished for now. Maybe it will just come back to my entry and start, or it breaks out and goes, but seems tough. So just sticking to my stop loss. I'm very tempted to just modify this and exit that market. It starts moving up, I'll use this low as my stop loss. I'll trail it to this level. Bit unfortunate, bit of a rush, unnecessary trade. It is what it is. For Bank Nifty, also breakout over this is probably where I'll go long. And short, I haven't actually considered a short in Bank Nifty. Like I said, I'm actually trying to avoid trading in Bank Nifty, so I'm not really looking at it, but the target is around 37 or 300. This cloud low, 37,320 would be the target on Bank Nifty. So it would be a really nice trade. I don't know if I'll get it or not. Nifty is looks like a lost cause at this point of time. Yesterday I was traveling, so I couldn't really record the video. So this is a summary of yesterday's trade and today's trade so far. Okay, so yesterday I got a very nice short. So I waited for the first 5 candles to go. So this was the open yesterday, and I shorted here at 420. And based on the cloud, so let me just stop scrolling. Okay, stopped. So like I said, I shorted at 420, right? 1 second. Yeah, so this is where I shorted somewhere around here. Okay, so my initial target was here, this low, which was 14,400. After that, 17,350, 17,250, and then 17,180, 17,180, right? So now let's just zoom in. Okay, so 350 was my initial target, after which it was 300, then 250. I did not expect all three targets to get hit in the same day, and that's sort of what happened yesterday. Okay, so the short was really nice. I kept trailing my stop loss with the kitchen. Finally, it closed above the 20 period moving average over here, and that's when I closed my trade. But here it got resistance at the kitchen and it started declining again, so I got another short here and I played a small trade over here to 250. That I played through a options contract because I had bought a Nifty trade at the same time. So while Bank Nifty trade, I mean, so while Nifty had crossed above the VWAP, the moving average, Bank Nifty hadn't crossed. So I was finding this is more confident trade. So I actually shorted Bank Nifty as well. So yesterday I had a good trading day. But so I mean that was it for yesterday. Two trades and two really good trades as per my system, in line with what indicators I was given. Today I got a short again. So I shorted when price entered the cloud today at open. It went up, it made a gap, it filled the gap, it went back in the cloud, and it came down. So I shorted below this level. So I waited for price to go here. It pulled back, and I shorted at 190. So my entry was at 191. My target was 17,040. Okay, and price went to 17,048,045, I think 048, and started reversing. So just missed my target by like 3-4 points. And maybe I should have used 1750 as my target, but I mean, it happens. I saw this reversal happening. I was just waiting. So yesterday I could have closed my trade the moment it closed above the moving average. But yesterday I took resistance at the kitchen and came back down. So I thought maybe that will happen today. So I actually used the kitchen as my stop loss. So the moment it closed above the kitchen is where I closed my trade today. So today I had entered at 17,190. I closed at 17,177. So I made like 13 points. I mean, it was a small trade. I could have like closed at 17,050 or even 17,130. But it's okay. I had a buffer, comfortable buffer from yesterday, so I kept that. Now, price has gone above the cloud. The kitchen and ticket has crossed over in a bullish way. Price has held the VWAP. RSI is rising, OBV is rising. It is just the cloud which is bearish. But considering that the cloud is flat, it just might be a good trade, long trade. So I'm just waiting for slight pullback towards this, and then let's see if it breaks this high. So I'm expecting a small pullback right now, and then if that happens and price breaks over 254 to 55, I'll go long because the future cloud is going to turn bullish, and the current cloud is quite a thin cloud and undecided. Also, I could use this as the level beyond which I go long right now, because the Chico might just break out of the cloud, and it has open space then, beyond these prices, all the way up here to 17,400. That could be a trade. So keeping my eye for a potential long, eye open for potential long. Whereas on Bank Nifty, it is still below the cloud, in the cloud, and it might get resistance and come back down. I'm avoiding trading Bank Nifty now because Bank Nifty, my win loss ratio when I analyzed it, was far better in Nifty than in Bank Nifty. So I'm not going to be trading Bank Nifty as much. I'm going to focus more on Nifty. Uh, so if you see my videos, also I need them like Nifty futures because that is what I prefer to trade. It's just that I've been little over eager to catch larger moves, so I was trading Bank Nifty. It's not really working in my favor. Like the bigger losses I made is because of Bank Nifty getting stopped out. Even though I've made some good wins, I'm just not going to do it for a while because it's not working that well for me. And so, like I said, a small pullback, or maybe even if it comes pullback to the Dickinson and then goes up, I'll probably trade long. If that doesn't happen and it breaks above this target 272 levels, I'll use it as a long trigger. So right now the target is just here, okay, 17,290, 300, sort of where today's highs were, and it might zoom up beyond that. So like right now it's 12:30, so this 12:30, 12:40 moves are usually quite strong. So yeah, let's keep an eye open, looking for a potential long. Um, or it reverses all the way and then I get a nice handsome short where my target goes to like 16,900 levels. Uh, might be tough though because it's that would be a large break in sentiment. So if you look at Nifty daily, so Nifty daily prices in the cloud, okay, and a breakdown would be a break out of the cloud right here. So you know that's why I'm being a bit cautious. I don't know what the zoom feature is and why this is happening. But okay, let's pause. Stop zooming. If anyone has any suggestions, please tell me how do I stop this from happening. I have no clue. Yeah, finally. Okay. I think the trick is to make very short scrolls. Okay. So if this breaks below the cloud and closes below the cloud, quite bearish with initial targets of around 16,000 and then all the way down to 15,000. So I really don't think that this is going to happen. Like I have a slight bias that markets are going to be consolidating uh, and then continue moving up. I don't see bearishness coming in because there's been such a strong momentum that for it to completely reverse and go down will be tough. So an extended period of consolidation beyond which it might break up or down, but not immediately in the next few weeks or so, days or so. Maybe after a month, so we'll see how the pattern is and wonder where it will go. But yeah, so that's why I'm not expecting a drop down to the 16,900 levels, etc. I think it will continue upwards now for some time and then probably swing back down towards these levels. So it's going to move up and down, is what I'm thinking. So the futures cloud is just slightly formed and it's quite bullish, and price has slightly gone over this level, right? It's not held it, but it has gone above it. So I've just gone long. Problem is my stop loss is a bit far, so I'm a bit cautious on this trade. Uh, so 160 is my stop loss, and my target is somewhere around here, which is 390, 400 levels. So 350 is somewhere where I'll like revisit this and check, how the trend is. And it's probably when I'll trail my stop loss also to more or less this level. Um, I'm just watching it. So initially, I think it's going to get resistance here, just here at 300. If it breaks above 300, then it can quite easily go all the way up to 400. But yeah, I'm not so sure because like such a weakness and then a bounce, it might just be, it just might not sustain. I hope it does because now I'm long. So let's keep an eye on this trade. Besides, this retracement was not deep enough. It was just like 15-20% retracement. So it should be at least 30% for a good up move. So a bit hesitant on this form, but I've taken it. Need to keep an eye on it and watch out for any loss, reversal and sudden sharp downwards. So yeah, you have to keep monitoring this trade. So um, there was a very strong pullback right now, just as it reached this cloud target, which is sort of what I expected at 290, but not such a strong pullback. So it's a bit disturbing to see such a strong pullback at the just when you went long. Uh, but then it took a support at the cloud. So I don't know. I think this is like a healthy retracement for an up move or something of that sort. I think of it. At least that's what I'm looking at it as being a pullback. And now a good strong uptrend if this high is broken. If my stop loss is hit, it's over. But now once it breaks above this high, I think it is going all the way to 400, 105 levels. So I'm just looking at it on the 15-minute time frame just to see if that retracement is sufficient or not. And if it isn't, then where ideally it could retrace before an up move is triggered, right? So yeah, it's not a sufficient retracement. It could probably come all the way down to 190 before it starts moving up. If it is going to move up, that is. So my stop loss is even below like a 50% of this move. And if I look at the 5-minute frame, so this is probably the A point. So it is more than a 60% retracement, and it would mean there is a very small upside left. Probably just 300, 305, and then it goes back down, something like that. So I think this is fine. It's a stop loss 155 what I used. Based on the system, uh, like like I said, I should have seen this coming because the spot cloud is still weak. Just that it's flat. So I was confident. So it might get support at the VWAP at the very least. If it breaks down, I think it would be a good shot as well. If it breaks down below the cloud and there is a crossover, initially till 17,050 our target, and then 17,000, even lower. Like, let's see how it moves. Probably this long might just be done for now. I'm just going to keep monitoring it, see how this moves, and target 17,400 level. Right now, my target is that that move up and prove me right. Seems a bit difficult though. So global triggers are what's going to decide how this trade moves now. Since it's the afternoon, this is probably how um, global markets have opened, and Europe must be probably down. That's affecting this, pulling it back down.